In the near future, Earth is no longer the cradle of life it once was. Humanity is struggling to survive on a dying planet, where crops fail, dust storms rage, and oxygen itself is vanishing from the air. A blight has infected the world's agriculture, killing almost everything but corn. But even corn's survival is temporary. Civilization has regressed into quiet desperation. Scientific progress has been replaced with survivalism, and hope is fading fast. In the middle of this dying world is Cooper, a former NASA test pilot, now turned farmer. He lives with his father-in-law, his teenage son Tom, and his curious, fiercely intelligent daughter Murph. Murph believes there's a ghost in her bedroom. Strange things happen, books fall from the shelves, mysterious patterns appear in the dust. But Cooper, ever the rationalist, dismisses it. Until one day, the patterns form coordinates, and they decide to follow them. Those coordinates lead to a secret NASA base buried underground, the last hope for humanity, led by Professor Brand. And it turns out the world may not be entirely without miracles. A mysterious wormhole has appeared near Saturn. Scientists believe it was placed there deliberately, by an advanced species, or perhaps humans from the future, who have evolved into beings that can manipulate space, time, and gravity. On the other side of the wormhole, a distant galaxy. 3 brave astronauts, Miller, Munn, and Edmonds, were sent years ago to explore planets that might sustain life. Now, it's time to follow up. NASA has 2 plans. Plan A, solve the gravitational equation needed to launch a space station capable of carrying all humanity off the planet. Plan B, if that fails, send embryos to a habitable planet and start civilization over. But Plan A has a problem. They need gravitational data from inside a black hole, data no human could ever return with, unless something impossible happens. And so, Cooper is asked to pilot this new mission. It means leaving his children behind, especially Murph, who is heartbroken. She begs him not to go. He promises he will return, but deep down, neither of them truly believes it. Cooper joins the crew of the Endurance, Dr. Amelia Brandt, Romilly, Doyle, and 2 AI robots, Taz and Case. Their journey through the wormhole is both beautiful and terrifying, like falling into the unknown. The first planet, Miller's World, is dangerously close to a supermassive black hole called Gargantua. Its gravity distorts time, 1 hour on the surface equals 7 years on Earth. They descend, but tragedy strikes. The surface is covered in shallow water and battered by enormous tidal waves. Doyle is lost. By the time Cooper and Brand return, 23 Earth years have passed. Romilly has aged. Murph is now grown, a brilliant scientist working with Professor Brand. But she's still angry. Her father never came back. Next, the team visits Dr. Munn, once seen as humanity's best hope. But he faked his data. His planet is uninhabitable, and his hope died long ago. Now, he just wants escape. Man's betrayal turns deadly. Romilly dies in an explosion. Munn steals a ship and tries to dock with Endurance, but his actions cause catastrophic failure, killing him and nearly destroying everything. Cooper and Brand barely survive. With fuel running low, they attempt a dangerous slingshot maneuver around Gargantua, using its gravity to reach Edmonds' planet. But they need to lighten the ship. Someone must detach. Cooper volunteers, plunging himself, and Taz, into the black hole. Cooper doesn't die. Instead, he finds himself inside a tesseract, a 4-dimensional space built by future humans to allow him to communicate across time. The tesseract looks like an infinite web of bookshelves, all connected to one place, Murph's bedroom. Here, gravity becomes a language. Cooper realizes he was the ghost Murph saw as a child. He sends a message through the second hand of a watch he left her, encoding the quantum data needed to solve gravity. Murph understands. She deciphers the code and completes the equation. Plan A becomes reality. Humanity leaves Earth aboard the newly launched Cooper station, named after Murph. Earth is left behind, but the species is saved. Cooper, having completed his mission, is ejected from the collapsing tesseract and found drifting near Saturn. Time has passed, over a century, but Cooper has hardly aged. He awakens aboard Cooper station. There, in one final moment, he sees Murph, now an old woman. Their reunion is short, but filled with love. She tells him to go. Amelia Brand is out there, alone, building the new home for humanity. Cooper steals a ship and heads back into space, toward the future, toward the stars, and toward her.